In the Senate, we just go about regular business, and we've got a special order that's being developed in the 130 in the Rules Committee. So there's a lot of business about the state of Alabama that will be addressed this week.
If I may, please, ma'am.
I mean, is that something you've thought about, though, as far as like being ready should that happen?
Well, when I first got elected lieutenant governor in 2010, I instructed my transition team then to develop us a plan should the need arise, because one of the responsibilities of the lieutenant governor is to serve if and when there's a vacancy. So certainly that plan is available to me, and should the need arise, we'll implement that plan, and the people of Alabama will have a smooth transition, and the business of the state will continue and be handled effectively.
Do you have a transition team?
Put that in your lap.
There you go. Governor, do you have a transition team in place, or have you formed one?
We have a transition plan in place.
I understand.
Have you looked at that since you were elected?
Oh, yeah.
What about in the last couple of weeks?
I'm not going to get real specific, because our agenda for the Senate and the House is other pieces of legislation.
I mean, do you have any thoughts on, I mean, there's a lot of calls for impeachment. Have you taken a stand on that?
That's not appropriate for me to comment on that at this point in time.
Is that because of your role in the Senate, or because you just would rather not talk about it, or?
And the order of succession is there, and I respect that.
Okay. And what about as far as anyone with questions about your capability and whether you can, I mean, you believe like you're fit for the office, and are there any concerns there?
I'm Lieutenant Governor and proud to serve.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to ascend to the governor's office?
I'm Lieutenant Governor, and I'm going to stay Lieutenant Governor until such time as anything should change.
If I could just ask one or two other questions aside from this. A long road to get to where you are now. Tell me just in your words, who is Kay Ivey?
Kay Ivey is just a regular Alabamian, born and raised in the country, small rural town, Wilcox County in Camden, Alabama. And we grew up working hard on the farm, and we were raised to help folks around you and do for others that need some help. And so that's where I came from, and went to Alabama Girls State, and then was elected lieutenant governor there, and went on to Auburn University and held offices in SGA, and was vice president of the student body and president of the Senate there. So I've had a good career as a teacher and as a former banker, and then with Alabama Commission on Higher Education, and served as reading clerk in the Alabama House at one juncture for Speaker McCorkadale. So serving others has always been a passion. Lurleen Wallace helped me develop that passion when I worked for her while she was running for governor, and I was a student at Auburn.
And so you're involved in the First Baptist Church here, right? In the YMCA, you're on the board, and the Rotary Club. Is any other involvement in organizations here?
You named a lot of them.
I read your bio before I got here. So, you know, and I guess I asked this question before, but I guess the reason I brought it up is because there were, and I know it's politics, so but there were rumors about whether you were like fit for the governorship, and I don't know if like those rumors reached your office.
I don't deal with rumors.
Okay. And have you spoken to the governor since this scandal broke?
No, I have not.
Do you have any thoughts or comments about this ongoing scandal that you would want to make?
It's just not appropriate that I make those comments at this time.
It would probably be inappropriate to comment if I was to ask, do you believe the governor should resign? Would it be good for the state if you resigned?
That is something it's not the appropriate time to address that.
I mean, has there been any pressure from for you to make a statement on that, or anyone in the legislature who's reached out to you and thought you should say one way or the
I'm
other?
Lieutenant Governor and proud to serve. We got to start serving in just a minute.
Governor, do you have any thoughts about Governor Bentley's efforts to reform the state's prison system?
When the prison system is indeed in need of reform, excuse me,
You need some water?
there's a bill in the Senate that's out of committee and will be before the body soon. We've got to deal with the prison situation.
Medicaid, Governor Bentley refusing to expand Medicaid in the state. Do you stand by that decision, or do you think that changes or improvements can be made?
Putting into place the RCO program is a good thing to do. The problem is money, and so that continues to be a struggle. But we're working on that as well, and we'll continue to do that.
There are a lot of people who are unable to get health care. They just fall between the cracks between those who are severely disadvantaged.
We understand the need for it. Over a million folks on Medicaid. But y'all, thank you so much. I got to run.
All right, thank you.
Governor,